everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Texans going up against the Colts.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First and 10, it's Wilson. And incomplete to open things up.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They run it here with Thompson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Wilson. This one complete right side to McDonald. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Wilson. And that one falls incomplete. Trying to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Past the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league is going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Thompson. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Chris Thompson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Rodgers now on first down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message
is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And again, it's Collins. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We got three. Three deal. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. On 3rd down, Wilson. He completes it right side to White. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's got room. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes Quarter number one. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number two. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Hunter Henry brings it in. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Strong left. 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Wilson on second down. Going deep here for Parker. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it?
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And the Colts are in for the touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw on third down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. Well, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Partner, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Now Dawson for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Kendall Beckwith, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll send Parker in motion right. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now they try the right side here. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. This is White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Caught left side by Cobb. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And this one's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Rodgers now on first down. Underneath to Davis. Got some real estate inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers again now. Oh, no, he lost the football. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is complete. It's Allen. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alex Collins taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
It's complete to Parker, left side. That one goes for 24 yards. 4 fourth-quarter comebacks a year ago for Russell. He's looking to get one here and off to a good start.
And because of his skill set, he naturally puts a defense back on its heels. They have a hard time rushing him fully because he can take off and run for big yardage.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Now Wilson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a give to Collins, who won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Well, it was too long to risk a field goal, so they said we got to throw it up there, hope something good happens, and I think that's the definition of something good happening.
Not just good.
Amazing.
In their estimation, great, amazing, stupendous. I mean, exhilarating. How about them running off the field with a victory where it looked like they were possibly headed towards overtime?
Oh, yeah, it looked like definite overtime, and everybody just holding their breath as that ball hung in the air, and then jubilation. And they're moving on to the conference championship.